Alright, what's cooking, guys? Little Black Belt here. We got some War Thunder. I'm gonna have a match of arcade as well as a match of realistic. And what I have here is the HE-112 B2U2 special plane they gave out an event a while ago. I don't even remember what event it was, but somehow I got it. And basically, I was waiting for crew on one of my other planes to be finished so I could take it out to battle, and I decided I was going to play this plane while I was waiting. So I brought a bunch of low-tier German planes along so I could play if I died in this plane. But I just wanted to see how good it was, and from what I remember, I think I maybe played it once, and then never played it again before this. So, it should be interesting. This is post-commentary. It looks like we're on that Pearl Harbor map for arcade, so zoom down on this I-16, hopefully get a shot on him. And I do manage to take him out. So it's been like a week since I uploaded last. That would be because, I don't know, I've been busy getting packed for school. I actually start my school activities in 3 days, so I'm not even like, I'm not allowed to like take my phone or any like electronics or anything until the 20th. So from the 16th to the 20th, I'm like dead from the world, except for obviously where I'm at, which is the I'll be at the Monmouth Military Academy to start the training for ROTC. And then from there, the 20th is move-in day, and so I'll be moving into my dorm, and school doesn't actually start until the 28th, and I just pumped a bunch of shots into that Corsair, and he didn't die. I was a little frustrated there. So yeah, and I mean, my upload schedule, it's probably gonna be pretty what's the word? Pretty empty, unless like on the weekends, because you know I got classes. Classes during the week, which sucks, but you know that's school. I'm gonna have classes during the week, even when I was in high school, obviously. So, I don't know how much time the ROTC is gonna take up on top of my normal school load, but I only have 15 credit hours for my first term, which is not what I intended. I intended to have more. I mean, I have to have a 15 minimum just to keep my scholarship, so I had thought that there was some extra like naval science classes I had to take, because that is a requirement for the ROTC scholarship, is you take some of these like naval science classes, and there's certain ones you have to take certain year, and they had been pretty vague about telling me which ones I needed to take. So, but I did a little research, and I found that I need to take like an intro to naval science class, and then yeah, some stuff like that. So I'm signed up for that, and I have Math 254, the first term of it, and then let's see, what else do I have? Oh, communication, public speaking is a required class for freshmen, so I'm in that, and then I have 2 PE courses. Because you need to have a PE, you need to have like a physical activity credit as well as like a health, like PE, like a health class credit. Excuse me. Unfortunately, the health classes were signed up, so I took 2 PE classes because I had 14, and they're each worth 1 credit each, so I had 14, and then I needed 1 more, so I took billiards, which is funny. I've never played billiards before, but I needed something, and it sounded funny, so I took it. I mean, it was either that or like ballroom dancing or something, so. But yeah, I only have 15 credit hours, and it's like my Friday, I only have 1 class on Friday, and if I don't have like some kind of like ROTC duty on the weekends, which to be honest I'm not really sure how it's gonna go, then I'll be able to go home on the weekends, because I live only an hour and a half away from where I'm going to college, so hopefully I won't have too many weekend duties, and I hope this game sound isn't too loud, because man, as I'm recording this over, it's like the cannons are like ridiculously loud. It's like they're out my window or something. It's crazy. Okay, I do like the camo on the skin, or excuse me, the camo on this plane. It's pretty sweet looking. I believe the closest plane to this one in the German line would be the other premium one, the one that you can actually you can buy with Golden Eagles. I believe that one's like pretty much the same plane. It's called something different, but the flight model and everything I think is almost exactly the same. I think it performs pretty much the same. I don't know. I don't have it, but it has the same armament and everything. I mean, the one that's in the tech tree, one of them has the same armament, but I don't think the performance is the same. I think this one performs a little better. So, but this is one of those planes they gave away in an event, and that's like the only way you can get it. And it'll probably be back around because I think it's been in multiple events. So, if you don't have this plane already, there's probably going to be another chance for you to get it. I don't know when, but lately I just really haven't been like motivated to play any sort of games. Like I just haven't been in that mood. You know, sometimes you have to be in a mood. Some people understand. You just have to be in that right mindset, that right feeling to play games sometimes, and I haven't been in there lately. I'm a little stressed about starting college and everything, a little nervous and everything, so we'll see. I finished most of the required stuff you have to do before starting school. My school had these two courses, like one of them on like alcohol use and one of them on sexual assault, and like you have to complete the courses. It's like an online course. You have to complete the courses before school starts, so they put like a hold on your account and you can't register for or drop any classes or anything. So you have to like complete them first. So I got both of those done on the same night last night. Also, I've been reading this book that is like an assignment for ROTC, and I'm 20 pages away from finishing that, so I've just been doing a little every morning because the book's really boring. It's called The Strategic Student, talking about transition from high school to college, and being smart about going to college and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's an informative book, but that kind of stuff is never fun to read, you know? I mean, no one picks up that book and is like, oh man, I can't wait to read this, you know? It's going to be so awesome, you know? Because it's not like he's telling a story. It's like, you know, it's like information. I don't know. It's like not one of those books. I don't even know the name. I'm sure there's a name for that sort of book, but it's not like there's like a story behind it. It's just like information, like telling you, sort of like a tutorial almost, about how to be a good student. So, which is probably beneficial for me to read because I was a good student in high school, but man, I was a slacker, man. I was a procrastinator, I'll tell you. I'm not stupid. I'm not a genius either, but I'm not dumb. I just, you know, I'm a procrastinator. But I did manage to take enough AP courses to almost be at sophomore standing in college, so that's pretty nice. But so we are flying off to this side so that none of those guys with the altitude advantage can swoop down on me, because at this point I've gone a little while without dying, and I don't want to die here. I'd like to live through the rest of the match. So as I see this IL-2 is pulling down to hit me from above, I'm just going to try to make a quick maneuver out of the way so he's not going to be able to hit me. And I think maybe he'll turn around on my 6, but he doesn't. He actually zooms straight past, which is the smart thing to do, and tries to push ahead onto somebody else. So I can leave him alone because I don't think he's coming back, and I'm just going to swoop down around facing where this giant mosh pit is. Look at all those red name tags. There's like, well, I guess there's a couple friendlies down there, but the red names cover them up. There's like 1 or 2. I'm trying to pick a target, someone to go after. That guy's on fire, so I don't need to waste my time with him. I just see this AR-2, so I think I'm going to go for him. I'm checking up above to make sure no one's dropping down on me, which surprisingly no one did. I expected someone would. Pretty sure I was going to die here. Get a pilot snipe on the AR-2, and I turn back around, again looking up to make sure no one dives on me. And it was a good thing, too, because I get a Buffalo on my 6. And while this plane is pretty maneuverable, I don't believe it's going to outmaneuver a Buffalo. So I'm just going to try to go in a straight line and gain some speed so that I can open up a gap between him and me, and he won't be able to shoot me. So just trying to dodge some of those 50 cals. because while they're only 50 cals, 50 cals of freedom, you get one lucky shot and light you on fire. So I'm watching out for that. And as I turn back around, he is dead, and I have a lagged 3 coming up on me. So I'm gonna maneuver around and about to take a shot, but he crashes into the ground. So he must have lost tail control or something like that. So trying to turn my speed back into altitude. But yeah, as I was saying, I just haven't been motivated to play games. None of them, not even like Minecraft, Star Wars The Old Republic, Heroes and Generals, this game, War Thunder, especially this game. I've been having just not that great of matches and just get kind of bored sometimes, so I haven't been playing much at all. But I do have footage. I just need to add some commentary. I got some games and stuff that I can upload. But okay, I have the altitude advantage above all these guys. It is arcade though, so it's not like it's gonna do me a whole ton of good, but I'll take every advantage I can get. So I see this I-16, but at the same time I see there's a lag that's coming in pretty quickly to my location, so I'm gonna watch out for him, and he is coming for me. So again, I'm gonna make a quick maneuver and hope that he is not able to get his guns on target, and he does not. And unlike the IL-2, he makes the bad decision of trying to turn fight me after he's got all that speed and he's obviously overshot. So something to note: if you dive down on somebody and you have a ton of speed, you got a speed advantage against them, don't lose it by turn fighting them, because you are going to overshoot, just like this guy, and he pays for it. So he's going to go down here. Yep. Okay, so as I did lose a bit of speed turning with that guy, I want to try to get out the area, and I only have 40 cannon shots, so as you see I do reload there. Just making sure no one else is coming in for me. Not too worried about the I-16, because I'll probably outspeed it in a straight line, but he's not interested in me anyway. The match is about to end, so I'm turning back around, see if I can get possibly 1 or 2 more kills before their last full ground targets die. Looking back on it, I probably should have gone for the P40 there. That would have been an easy target, but instead I decided to go for the IL-2. And I do manage to take him out right before the match ends. So, the match is about to end in any second now, right as I pull around to get my guns on target for that P40. So, let's see how we did here, and then after that we're going to immediately jump into a realistic match, which doesn't go quite as well as this arcade match, but I threw it in. I did it after the fact, after I realized this plane was actually pretty good. I wanted to take it out for a realistic and see how it does there. I do get some backup planes from this trophy, so that's nice. And okay, so let's take a look at this realistic match. I'm going to cut right to the action here. And here we are. Oh, another funny thing that I forgot to mention was that as I was looking in the cockpit of this plane at one point, there's like a gauge there, and like, I mean, obviously all the wording's in German, and one of the gauges says fart, like F-A-H-R-T. And I thought it was really funny, because I'm immature, but that's besides the point. We are now flying against the Russians here on this map. Name, I don't even remember the name of this map. It just popped up, so you probably saw it, but I wasn't paying attention. So, I called out these guys just in case my teammates didn't see them, but I did join in progress, which is why everybody's in front of me, so I'm just marking these guys, chat spamming, you know, obviously. Trying to pick someone to go for. And it appears like there's more guys after that MiG-3 to my left, so I'm going to head down this area since there's multiple enemies here and see if I can bag one. There's already a guy on both the BB-1 and the MiG-3's 6, so no one's on this I-153, so I'm going to try to go for him. I get a lucky shot. I should have been leading there more, but I hit him in the central gear leg, which apparently seems to do enough damage to take him out, because he dies right about now. Now, there we go. But yeah, I don't know why I hadn't flown this more. I never really been a fan. Like I said, actually I might not have said that yet, but it's got two of the MGFF 20mm cannons, which I've never been really a fan of. You don't get a whole lot of ammo to use, but you don't really need a lot with the German cannons when they have those really slow-moving rounds that if you manage to hit, they do a ton of damage. But I pull onto this SU-2, and you're about to see the power of the heavy-duty stellinium armor that the SU-2 is equipped with. It's virtually impenetrable by anything except for possibly the Russian cannons. As you'll see, it's going to take my entire ammo load to kill this guy. Sparks, 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 dead. So there's my whole ammo load, and he managed to get like 2 MG hits on me, and my plane is pretty much dead now because I'm not going to be able to make it to the airway without my engine dying. So I guess that's just the power of the Russian planes, I guess. That stellinium armor, as well as the really powerful machine guns that the Su-2 is armed with. As 2 shots takes out my engine, yet an entire clip of 20mm rounds is what's needed to kill this guy. So I'm just going to glide, and I see an open patch. So I'm going to try to set the plane down, because why not? This thing actually glides pretty well, though. I guess. If there's something else you want to say that's good about this plane, it glides well after it dies. So, I am going to try to put it down in this field. This match is almost over, so I'm just going to say, you know, subscribe, like, comment. I don't even get the soft landing, apparently, even though it looked pretty soft to me. The plane still looks like it's mostly intact, but I guess Gaijin thinks otherwise. And it rolls to a stop, but it continues twerking, apparently. So that's going to be all for today. I'm going to have some more footage of other games up later, but like I said, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys around. Thank you very much for watching.